Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, where we seem to be playing as Nagito, and are apparently going to do half of the investigation as him?
Red bean bread and milk!
Thanks, even though these guys got it quite a bit later than the other house did. And there's a bonus item!
It's the Monokuma file!
Well, thanks for that at least.
Do your best.
Will do. Or at least attempt to. Why is the Monokuma file being treated like a bonus item? Whatever, man, let's just eat. Eating should come first right now.
Damn right.
You're right. It's okay if you guys eat, but can you hear me out while you're at it?
What do you yearn for?
It depends upon the situation, Gundam. Well, I was thinking about what we should do and I wanted to discuss it.
Even so.
Thanks to the killer, we can't even go to the crime scene. We have to wait till Kazuichi fixes the elevator. True, there's no doubt that the killer is responsible. But it seems as though they made a huge mistake. There's no way the symbols of hope will give up because of this little setback. There's no way everyone will just cross their arms and wait for the class trial to start. We need to do everything we can on our end to prepare for the class trial, right? Well, yeah.
Fine.
It seems that we too shall begin the investigation on our end, though it remains unclear how much we can do. Is this acceptable? If I show my serious side, things will not end with mere child's play. I'm so glad. I knew you guys were pumped up from the start. How beautiful. God, it feels weird playing a crazy person. Even though you guys are suffering from despair, I can see that you guys are still fighting for hope. Not that I don't have my own mental issues, but nothing like what Nagito's got going on. Ah, such beauty. There is no higher honor for me than to investigate this murder with you guys. So, we need to be grateful toward Nekomaru for becoming the foundation of this hope. Also, this may give us a bit of unique insight into what is actually going on inside his addled mind. Well, regardless, whose side should I be on for this case? You mean the killers or the non-killers? Jesus Christ, you really do go through this stuff in your head, don't you? Or the rest of you guys. I must make sure I face this case's mystery properly if I'm going to find out which side is the true hope. Hey, you guys, why don't we start trying to arrange the sequence of events in this case? You know, so we can properly understand the situation we're in?
Fine.
I have no objection. Proceed. Then let's look back at what happened this morning. We tried to use the elevator so we could participate in Monokuma Tai Chi, right?
Damn right.
Since we're staying at Strawberry House in order for us to get through the meeting spot at Grape Tower, we needed to use the elevator and go to Grape House first. That was before 7 a.m. since it was right before Monokuma Tai Chi. So the big question here is, can we trust the accuracy of the clocks? Maybe it's just Grape House's clock that's off? Though we haven't really proven that for certain yet.
Man.
Once we realized the elevator was disabled, I seriously panicked.
Anyway.
And since we couldn't do anything about it, we just tried to get inside the tower from Strawberry Hall. But when we actually got there, the button on the hall door was broken. Thanks to that, we couldn't enter the tower at all. So, Fuyahiko suggested that we use the phone and call Grape House.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
And that was everything that happened this morning. So you guys weren't able to hear the massive crash? I must say, I'm surprised. I never expected that the elevator would be disabled. But then, how was Nekomaru able to go to Grape Tower? Well, he was most likely there before the disabling occurred.
Man.
Well, obviously he went before the elevator was disabled. Oh my god. I don't know why this didn't occur to me when we first started conjecturing about the clocks in the lounges may be off. Maybe Nekomaru was the only person on time because he had the internal clock. So everyone was late except for Nekomaru, and whoever tampered with the clocks to make them slow, knew that he would be the one to show up to be killed. And when was that?
You...
Idiot! If we knew that, this wouldn't be difficult.
Well...
No, we might know what time he went to Great Tower.
You serious?
Really?
It
was around sunrise. That's when I saw him going down to the first floor.
What?
You mean you personally witnessed Nekomaru going to Great Tower? How do you know it was around sunrise? You can't see outside. Or are you just going by what time the lounge clock said?
Hey!
When was this sunrise? Was it before that rumbling sound? Okay, so they did hear it. Why didn't you guys mention that? Huh? Rumbling sound?
Huh?
What, you don't remember? Right after the clock in the lounge started ringing, we heard a rumbling noise. Did that clock even ring in the first place?
Hey!
You didn't notice that either? Seriously, that thing was super loud. Huh, that's weird. I feel like we're not quite on the same wavelength. Well, it is what it is. There was no way you guys will ever be on the same wavelength as trash like me. So, Nagito didn't hear the crash or the clock alarm go off? Why is that? Looks like this is leading to an interesting development. Can we see if something's wrong with the clock? This is the clock everyone's talking about, right? I never knew this clock had an alarm function. I didn't either. Is the alarm clock sticking out the bottom? Has that always been there? Did I just overlook it? The alarm is set to 5:30 a.m. So, was the alarm untampered with when the clocks were tampered with? So is 5:30 actually 6:30, which would make sense if the person wanted everyone to wake up to be to the Tai Chi on time? So are the clocks an hour slow? That probably means something. That seems to make sense since it was around the time of the alarm that they saw him going down there. Don't think anything else is going to be relevant unless it'll let us call back over and ask some questions. Just as I thought, this telephone is connected to Grape House. If a means of communication was prepared, it's as if something like this was expected to happen. Well, I'm probably overthinking things. No, I mean, Monokuma definitely expected someone to be killed, that's why we're here. Alright, anything else, guys? Hey, Kazuichi, if you don't mind, can you inform me? That stuff about a rumbling noise in the ringing clock, what was that all about? Why didn't you hear it, Nagito? Seriously? You don't know? You're so kind, Kazuichi. Thank you for actually taking the time to explain it to me. Huh? So that's how it is. Fine, I'll tell you. It happened last night. I was sleeping peacefully in my room when all of a sudden I heard this huge sound. Okay, that's the clock. What the hell? The sound was super loud, so I rushed out of my room. And as I went down the hall toward the lounge...
Hey! What are you doing?
This raucous... It's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice!
Don't go making all that noise so suddenly. It's not me. The wall clock just started ringing. I was just trying to stop it. Then hurry up and stop it already. I know! I'm in the middle of doing that!
And that's when the sound finally stopped. Man, that totally freaked me out. Well, I'm definitely wide awake now.
What did you do to me?
My mental defenses were bombarded with sonic resonance.
You!
Fuyuhiko, was this not your doing just now?
Shut up!
Why would anyone do something so childish?
Huh?
You must have rushed over after hearing that sound, but you sure seemed to get there pretty fast.
Well, yeah.
I didn't rush over here. I was at the lounge by coincidence.
You fiend.
Coincidence, huh?
Huh?
What, you doubt me?
Hey.
Whatever, I don't really give a crap, but it's 5:30 a.m.
Aw, man.
Man, thanks to Fuyuhiko, I woke up early for no reason. I should go back to sleep. Alright, there's the crash. Huh, what was that sound?
What's going on?
Earthquake?
This pressure.
It did not feel like it shook.
Hey!
There's no way this building is going to collapse, right?
Hey.
Hey, Kazuichi, stop clinging to me. And that's what happened. I see, so you're the one who was clinging to Fuyuhiko. I'm not sure that matters.
That's obviously wrong.
That's not the important part. And what happened afterward? Did you guys just separate?
Hey.
We decided to wait things out, but in the end, nothing else happened.
Also,
And not just that, we all felt really weak, so we decided to just go back to our rooms for a while. Huh, I see. Yep, what you said just now was extremely important. Thanks to that, I've thought of one suspicious person. Nekomaru? You? You weren't there?
What?
Who are you talking about? Me, of course. Okay, yeah, because you were the only one not to respond. Nekomaru was already downstairs. And is dead, for that matter.
huh?
I mean, isn't it strange? I was the only one who didn't notice an alarm that was so loud. Everyone else came out of their rooms. Well, the same goes for the rumbling noise that you guys heard after that.
Why, you...
Hey, you better not be trying to confuse the shit out of us. Does it have something to do with the rooms that they were in? Kazuichi's in a crummy room. Is Nagito in... Yeah, Nagito's in a deluxe room. So maybe... Did Monokuma say the deluxe rooms are soundproof? If that's the case, that's why he didn't hear anything. 'Cause Nekomaru also had a deluxe room, right? Did the ones that were in the deluxe rooms on Grape House side also hear the crash? Were they out of the rooms? I don't know if we discovered that. Of course I'm not, for now.
Hey!
That for now line is what's making us even more worried. Anyway, it seems there's no doubt that what you guys just told me is a very important clue. The wall clock alarm you heard first, and the rumbling noise came right after. Now then, how do those noises relate to this case? Okay, I feel like we're starting to piece this together, though we're not getting anywhere close to who actually did it. Hey, you said that you witnessed Nekomaru at sunrise, right? Can you explain that to me in a little more detail? I was so hungry yesterday that I couldn't sleep. I figured it was nearly morning, so I went to go check the clock in the lounge. Turns out I was totally off. It was still around 5 a.m. Except that the clocks have been tampered with, we think. So maybe your internal clock was correct?
Hey!
And that's when it happened. I heard the sound of the door closing off in the distance. When I stuck my head out from the lounge, I saw Nekomaru's back. He was about to go down to the first floor. I thought about running after him, but I didn't have the energy or the willpower to do it. If I knew something like this would happen, I would have mustered the strength to follow him.
Hey,
But why would Nekomaru wander off so early in the morning?
I
was wondering about that too. I mean, I already knew I wasn't going to get any sleep. So I just sat in the lounge and stared off into space for no real reason and waited for him to come back.
Jeez.
And that's when the clock in the lounge started ringing. Thanks to that loud alarm, I completely forgot about Nekomaru. Until just now. Then, from the time you saw Nekomaru until the alarm rang was 30 minutes. You were at the lounge the whole time? I mean, 30 minutes isn't long to be sitting in the lounge. But what were you doing during that time? Just sitting there dazedly, probably, suffering. By chance, were you thinking about everything that's happened so far and getting choked up? Why does this matter, Nagito?
What?
Huh? Was I right?
You...
Of course not, you asshole. You're completely wrong. I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. And I thought you were reminiscing about Pekka or something. But that can't be, right? After all, you already know how pointless it is to cling to the memories of the dead. Okay, I think Fuyuhiko's account is very important. Yep, I get it now. Thanks to everyone's detailed information, I'm slowly getting a grasp of the situation. If I put events in chronological order, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 5 a.m. That's the time Nekomaru apparently went down to the first floor. At 5:30 a.m., the alarm clock in the lounge started ringing. When that happened, you two woke up and left your rooms to go to the lounge where Fuyuhiko was. Right after that, you heard a strange rumbling sound that didn't quite make sense.
Let's make history.
Now that I think about it, something might have happened to Nekomaru during that noise. If so, that must have been Nekomaru's final scream before he breathed his last. Hold on. If Nekomaru died when he heard that sound, doesn't that mean we have an alibi? An alibi? If you all were still together, it does.
I mean...
When we heard the rumbling noise, we were at the lounge, you know. Oh, that's right. I guess you all were still together, because it was immediately after the alarm went off that you heard the rumble. Gotcha. If that's when the killer murdered Nekomaru, then we have a solid alibi.
I get it.
Can't argue with that. Huh. It might be too soon to declare that just yet. I guess so, maybe? We can't be certain unless we first clear up the mystery surrounding that rumbling noise. It was the pillar in the tower. Huh. A rumbling noise, huh? Did something heavy fall over or something? Exactly, that's what happened. Also, based on what everyone else just told me, there's another thing I'm curious about. You all heard the alarm clock in the lounge go off just after or just before the rumble. What do you suppose that means?
Hey.
Oh, I get what you're saying, Nagito. You may be correct, because the alarm did not go off in Great Tower. Could that be the actual killer attempting to provide themselves with an alibi? Did they rig something to kill Nekomaru in their absence? And that would allow them to be back up here to run out and have an alibi when the alarm goes off. Huh. If that is the case, then the killer is in Strawberry House. I really think we should repair the elevator soon. Oh my, you're still here? I guess he meant for you to go ahead and go start working on the elevator? Once the elevator's fixed, I'm not going to let you anywhere near it. And so Kazuichi ran down the stairs complaining for some reason. Right, of course you don't understand your effect on people.
Jeez.
So, what do we do now? There's something I wanted to do, or wanted you to do. After the elevator is fixed, there's something I want you to investigate.
Huh?
What is it? The clock's in the first floor lounges of both Grape House and Strawberry House. Right after that, you heard a strange rumbling sound that didn't quite make sense.
Huh?
Why? I'll tell you later. I think Nagito has the same hypothesis that we have formed.
Hey, bastard!
Fine, but why are you asking me? You can investigate that yourself. I would investigate it myself, but by the time the elevator is fixed, there's a chance I might not be with you at all anymore.
Huh?
Do you think you're going to die? Or are you planning to enter the final dead room? Anyway, I'm counting on you. In which case, the dead room might have killed you, right? That bastard doesn't make any sense. Now then, here comes the main event. There's only one thing I can do for them. I can go to that place for everyone's sake. I can't let them face that danger. I must be the pariah who goes in their place. Yup, that is his plan. That's it. I should investigate one more time before I head over there. The elevator and the door at the far back of Strawberry Hall. Just in case, it might be good to check and make sure they're really blocked off. Indeed it might. Oh wait, there was something else I wanted to check. I'm fairly certain that I'm correct that Nagito and Nekomaru were the two deluxe room occupants. Yeah, Nagito. Oh no, it was Gundam. I hate to say this early in the investigation, but I think we found the killer already. If we're correct that the deluxe rooms are soundproof, and I'm pretty sure that's what Monokuma said. I had thought Nekomaru was in the deluxe room, but it's Gundam. How did he hear the alarm? Well, if that's so, it's both exhilarating and a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. We still have to figure out how to prove it. Let's not assume too much. We may be wrong. But like I said, if we're correct about the soundproof thing, then Gundam looks very suspicious. Can we go in one of these bathrooms finally? Nope. Apparently they didn't make an indoor bathroom for this for us to see. That's fine. Probably a useless asset anyway. If I press the button next to the elevator, the door should open so I can ride it. But nothing happens when I press it. Looks like it's definitely broken.
Huh?
Hey, what are you doing? You're getting in the way of my repairs. Hey, why did the elevator break in the first place?
Man.
Oh, the killer malfunctioned the safety device. Look, you can see that silver cover under the button? It looks like that's the elevator's control panel. They probably opened it up and messed with the settings. But the cover is locked, so they wouldn't have been able to open it unless they had some kind of tool. Huh. Are there any tools in this building? No, I don't think so. No, there shouldn't be. I don't really know if they forced it open with a tool anyway. If they did, then it's probably also something that came from the final dead room. The control panel on this side wasn't the one that was forced open. Okay. I see, it's the control panel on the Grape House side that's broken then? Then how are you going to repair it from this side? I wonder. So, how did they get back here? That's throwing a wrench in our plans. If it's the Grape House control panel that was broken, the door was also chained from the Grape House side. How did they get back to Strawberry House? That's assuming that we are correct that the killer's in Strawberry House, and, you know, even going a bit further, that it's actually Gundam.
Yeah.
That's something we would have to figure out. Otherwise, that puts a big wrench in everything.
If the one on this side isn't broken, that's the only thing I can think of. I'm pretty sure that there should be a control panel over there too. Plus, the elevator is stuck on the grape house side.
Wouldn't that mean the last person who used this elevator went to Grape House?
Yep, it's official. The elevator was disabled on the other side.
Hey!
I don't have time to talk to you. Hurry up and go away.
You...
Jeez, I'm trying to do repairs without any tools. No matter how much time I get, it won't be enough. If you don't have any tools, then why don't you use this?
Huh?
You have a utility knife?
Whoa! Is this a multi-tool? Where'd you get something like this? I had it with me before I ever arrived at the 4th island. If we're going to explore a new island, it's essential to bring this kind of equipment, right?
Yeah, that was very good, Nagito. Probably something we should remember in the future.
You serious?
A guy like you has been walking around with a dangerous tool this whole time.
Huh? Is there something wrong?
It's nothing.
Then I'll let you have this. Your repairs might go faster now, right? But in exchange, I want you to do something.
Huh?
What?
That multi-tool has a compass. After that elevator is fixed, I want you to ride the elevator and see how the compass reacts. I think Nagito is also very suspicious about the veracity of Monokuma's claims about the layout of this place.
What the hell for?
Well, to be honest, there's something I still don't understand regarding the structure of this building. So please, I really need this information to find out the relationship between the building and the elevator. I'm fairly convinced, or at least suspicious, that it is all one building up and down, and that the two houses are just stacked on top of each other. Although which house is on top and which house is on the bottom, I have no idea.
Huh?
I don't really get it, but, well, as long as I'm just checking a compass, I don't mind. I'm glad, then I'll leave the rest to you.
Alright. Another thing, Kazuichi, you probably don't have to worry about Nagito killing anybody now that the first murder has gone by when he just wanted it to be a catalyst. He's pretty much stated, if we can trust what he actually says, that he wants to be one of the ones to die, not one of the ones to kill.
You...
The elevator is still being repaired. Get lost. Geez, stop getting in the way.
Well, looks like I'm disliked.
Oh well, it's understandable. I mean, compared to you talented fellows, I'm just a piece of trash.
I don't think their dislike for you comes from your lack of talent, Nagito.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it's entirely in your behavior.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
I can think of only one reason why the killer barred the door to Strawberry Hall. They wish to prevent me from going to the crime scene. Well, I mean, they wish to prevent everyone from going to the crime scene? Maybe, although that may not even be close to the reason, just an added-in bonus. It may be that this is still all an attempt to provide an alibi for the killer. Gundam, what do you think about that theory, huh?
Judgment!
Which means the killer was afraid of the conclusion promised by my assumptions. Yeah. Almost wish I hadn't come up with that theory about Gundam being the killer. I'm afraid it's going to color my investigation and make me make false connections.
It's the Strawberry Hall door that leads to the tower. The button is broken. There's no way it'll open.
So the button actually is completely broken on this side too, okay?
As I recall, based on what Fuyuhiko told Hajime over the phone, The other side of this door is also barred with chains. They must have been really cautious to go to the trouble of barring the door from both sides. Something about that seems a little suspicious. Yeah, although it could be. If we're correct about the houses being stacked on top of each other, that would mean that the tower floor would need to move as well, along with the elevator. In that case, if they didn't bar this door from both sides, then we would be able to see that the tower is not as we thought it was when we opened this door. If we could just open this door either onto an empty shaft or onto the floor being very far below, we would know the exact layout of the funhouse.
Let's make history.
The killer's intent. I can think of only one explanation.
Ah, Gundam.
Perhaps they intended to keep me from entering the scene of the crime. Alright, Gundam, this is even more suspicious. You do not put yourself forward like this during the investigations, at least that I've seen so far.
Listen well.
Which means the killer was afraid.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was probably it. Just as I thought, there's no mistaking it. The elevator and the Strawberry Hall door look like they're completely broken. I didn't expect the contact elevator to be disabled from Grape House. As long as it's disabled, there's no way to move between houses. Which means the person who disabled the elevator would be stuck at Grape House. That person, they should still be at Grape House, but no, it's too soon to form an answer. But I won't be too late to find the answer, even after I finish investigating that room.
I don't know how we can be certain of that. I mean, we can be certain, because of game mechanics, but if we were really in this situation, I don't see how we could be completely certain of that, if you get what I'm saying. Alright, all that's left, I guess, is to enter the final dead room. But as this video has gone on for quite a while already, I think we'll wait and start that fresh in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like below, and of course subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.